Hey there everyone, Paradise Gamer 13 here, resuming my Let's Play of the Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color. And I'm still in the Psychic Club, about to take on Daniel, I guess. Murray finally came up with a new... I thought for a minute, wait, is that... Yeah, it's new, I think. I can't tell the difference between N's and M's in this text, I guess. I thought it said a Mew strategy, and I was like, oh, he's got Mew. But I have Mew in this deck as well, I think, now I think about it. And I need to stop rambling, because it's probably gets pretty annoying after a while. I've done it like the past couple of videos now, and I'm still doing it, so he's in a very good mood. So he'll probably duel you now, by the way. Would you duel me? Sure. I just can't wait to see what that Murray guy looks like, because I have a feeling his sprite looks pretty interesting there. Did I say map time deck? Or, I don't know. Maybe you said warp time or something, I don't know. I'm sure I'll find out when I insert the psychic metal and get all the psychic decks and such. Oh, of course I don't. Oh, neither one of us had him, I guess. Oh, so his deck is grass and psychic based, I'm guessing. That's gonna be interesting. Well, you know, I've actually prepared for these curveballs to some extent this time, because I got Snorlax and Tauros to deal with whatever. So hopefully that works out. Ghastly, the good Ghastly again. That Ghastly, you know, tore through those Mr. Mimes in the last fight, so hopefully they do well again. I actually have a pretty decent amount of trainer cards. A couple item finders, an energy search, a couple energies, and a recycle. I would have liked to have had another bench Pokemon, or Pokemon to put on my bench, but I actually don't think I have that many Pokemon in this actual deck, mainly because really the only psychic types I wanted to use were the Ghastlys, Haunter's Gengar, and the Abra Thabra. So, okay, well, I guess that's probably why he had the grass types, because technically Execute is psychic, but he's not, obviously, in this case. So, that might be something I have to work around. Switch is not really what I was hoping. I really would like to have a whatever you call them, another Pokemon to put on my bench, because I don't know what this Execute can do. Okay, so it can put me to sleep, or use Leech Seed. Yeah, that could be a pretty annoying, if he gets to using that, especially since my attack will only do 1 damage to him. That being said, hold on, he has a Leaf Energy attached to him. Oh wow, okay, so that's kind of a drawback though, because if he wants to have access to either one of his attacks, he's going to have 2 energies and a psychic energy. So that is somewhat of an advantage. It buys me a little bit of time. Obviously, if he, I do have 50 HP as well, so that's also good. And I might paralyze him, which didn't work. This Ghastly is just a little more reliable than the other one I've been using though, because the sleeping gas, you have to flip a coin to see if it works, and then you flip a coin in between turns to see if they wake up, and then, ooh, a Kadabra, that'd be useful if I had an Abra. That'd be really useful, actually, because he can deal out so much damage, and recover off, hopefully, any minor hits he might take. He doesn't have a ton of HP, but, I mean, it's Kadabra and not Alakazam, so I guess that should be kind of expected. Also, I just want to point out that, while I'm rambling on here, again, that hey, I got hits this time. So he obviously didn't have an energy last time, I guess, so that's nice. That works out quite favorably for me. Wait, yeah, I think. So, yeah, I guess he still doesn't. Either that or he just didn't bother attaching it to Execute because he was paralyzed, but that paralysis was kind of a nice safety net I had there, so that's good. Also, I forgot to attach energies to Ghastly, but I only need 3 to use Gengar's attack, so it's not like a huge deal. Obviously, if I had other bench Pokemon, I would start attaching to them after I get my 3 on Ghastly here. And I maybe would be a little more stingy with my energies, but of course. Hopefully he doesn't have any energies. Okay, good. At least that still buys me some time. More turns, I guess. I was kind of stuck in between saying 2 different things. At least I finally got another Pokemon, and I could always switch and start wrecking that guy, which I might do. Anyways, though, I'm can afford to be a little more, even though I don't have a ton of psychic energies, I do have recycles and item finders galore to use if need be. So obviously the item finders are, well, no, the item finders only do trainer cards though, but I could do that for like an energy search or something like that potentially. So we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, I'm just gonna go ahead and lick him again. He can't take me out. Even if he does leech seed me and heal off some of that damage, it's not a huge deal because I can switch into Tauros when I need to, and I should be able to use energy search. I think I have an energy search for a. Well, now he's going to probably use hypnosis. I think I have a switch as well. So if I don't wake up here, I might switch into Tauros if I have an energy search, and go for a double colors. And of course, I don't get hits. All my opponents who I try to put to sleep always seem to wake up on the first turn there, but I don't. Alright, so I have a switch, and I have an energy search. So the only other thing to check for here is what Tauros. Okay, so, yep, alright. And I might be able to take this execute out on this turn. Otherwise, I will have a sleeping Tauros, and that will be a problem. Also, he has a lot of cards on the bench. Okay. Scratch and Spore, that's going to be annoying. Does Hypnosis? Okay, so it's an automatic sleep. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and energy search. You know what? No. I made all that big deal about everything, and I'm just gonna wait, because this Ghastly has quite a bit of HP on him. I wake up here, of course he's just gonna put me back to sleep with Hypnosis, unless he gets Leech Seed. In which case, I may want to, oh, okay, obviously then, I may want to switch into Tauros, but I might as well just kind of wait and see if I can get a Haunter here or something like that. And oh, hey, I wake up. That's good. Now the tides might turn. I said that backwards. I'm actually going to go ahead and use this because I need to get certain. Oh, good, double colorless next. That's perfect. Put that psychic energy there. Oops, I did that wrong. Crud. Okay, good. I forgot that it numbers it, not not manually reorder it. So I'll do the double colors first, then the potion, then the psychic, then the energy, then Professor Oak. So that's good. So if I wait, no, I don't need the other double colors though. I already no, I do. Yeah, because I haven't used the energy search. Okay, so I was getting all over the place with myself. This is what happens when you try to overthink everything. Alright, so yeah, now the tides have turned because... no, it tables. Why do I keep saying... I don't know. No, I don't know. I got things mixed up there. I just need to stop talking, I suppose. Well, for the most part. Anyways, all that's important is that he... oh, okay. Different execute. I was like, why would he attach another psychic energy there? Alright, so what I'm going to do here... of course, now he has that psychic energy on whatever his name is. That guy. The other execute. So he can put me to sleep, potentially, depending on who I have out. Also, and that's not what I want to look at, Ghastly. Ghastly has no retreat cost, so that's awesome. So I don't even need to use the switch. I can just send whatever his name is right out. So that is... yeah, that's what I'll do, I guess. Sir, well... you know what though, he still doesn't have enough for Leech Seed. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack. Hopefully I can paralyze him. That'd be really awesome. Yes! Perfect. Even if I had gotten put to sleep, that wouldn't have been a huge deal, because I might be able to wake up in between turns there. So, thankfully though, this just prevents him from Leech Seeding if he were to have the opportunity, but he seems to be a little hurting for grass energies at least. But I know what that feeling is like, to have two different types of energies in my deck. I did that with, what was it, Psychic and Fighting? Maybe? Yeah. Back when I took on the Fighting Gym, I think it was. So that was an interesting experience. You know, occasionally don't have the right energies you need and stuff. And I should probably pay a little bit closer attention to what's going on in the match. I forgot what he even did the last turn. But I can take out his execute, so that's huge. Obviously, this match has been pretty much in my favor so far. It just takes a while because I only do, that might be useful, 10 damage per turn. So, hopefully though I can get Haunter out here, potentially. And see what he does. Also, that Jigglypuff might be resistant to, whatever it's called. Psychic. So that could be a problem. Let's see if I wake up here. And I do wake up. Not like it potentially maybe would have mattered because, trying to think of where I was even going with that. Nah, I really don't remember. Oh, because I would have evolved him possibly. Let's see here. What would I have, what would I get rid of? Probably an item finder. Yeah, probably an item finder and the energy search, I guess. Yeah, I kind of have an idea of what I want to do here. So I will go ahead and do this. Item finder. And energy search. Sounds good. Haunter. I also have Gengar, okay. So Haunter. I will go ahead and evolve him. And that is all I will do this turn. Well, other than put him to sleep with Hypnosis. But, so I also have Hypnosis now. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully, okay, good. He actually didn't wake up for once. That being said, he could potentially still wake up next turn, but I think Dream Eater does 50. So if that's the case, if he doesn't wake up, then I get to deal damage, which would be awesome. And now that Wigglytuff is going to be annoying. Thankfully though, I still have Tauros and that switch. So assuming he does not wake up here, things would be perfect. Then he wakes up, of course. But I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve. Hey, there's another Ghastly. So what I think I will do here... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Well, it doesn't really matter too much. I could have sacrificed that Ghastly, but now I'll just have to sacrifice something else, which shouldn't really matter. Or, potentially... Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. Try to use Recycle. Nope, of course not. I'll just have to use Item Finder then. Well, crud. Wait. No. Yeah, shoot. Well. Yeah, I didn't think things through. I should not have gotten rid of that Recycle. But, I mean, it was a gamble, I guess, but... Yeah, it's too hard to explain what my whole thought process was. It's too extravagant. At least he didn't wake up again. Granted, he could still wake up at the end of the turn. It would annoy me because like I said, I think Dream Eater, I keep forgetting to check, but I think Dream Eater does 50. So that would take him out, I believe, in one turn. And I just have to worry about the wake. Of course, he wakes up again. I'm super tempted to just switch into Tauros here, which I might do. Unless I get something really awesome. And I really want to use that item finder. But right now I'm just buying myself more time. But unfortunately that buys him more time because, yeah, it's resistant to Psychic. So poor Gengar is not going to do any damage. But I can switch into Tauros to deal with that pretty well, actually. Other than Lullaby. That might be a problem. But Do the Wave won't do a ton to me, I don't think. So I can deal with that. It's just so annoying that they're all resistant to... That was the problem I was running into with the fighting deck, is that they were all resistant to, the normal types are resistant to Psychic. So that's a problem. I don't want him getting any Parasects on me, because that could be possibly kind of bad. That being said, I might want to go for an Abra and Kadabra. Super Psy would at least do 20. Decisions. I'm going to check Haunter real quick too for retreat cost. It's just 1. So I think what I will do here is item. No, I spent so long just like planning out each turn on this match. It's not like it's like that hard. Like I said, I'm not like in a bad position per se, but oh man, I can't believe he's, you know, out of all these times he's only gotten tails, or I mean, he's kept getting tails on that first flip. I mean, I know it's a 50-50 chance each time, but still, just knowing my luck, I guess it surprised me a little. And every time, no, that's like so awkward though, because it's like tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads. It stalled me another turn though, so it's, yeah, I didn't need to use the, okay. So here's what I'm probably going to do. Granted, I don't have, I got rid of that energy search. Fantastic. I could item finder that, but I could also just switch into Tauros. But I could also potentially go for Hypnosis again. Try to go for Dream Eater and get the one-hit kill, which would be the most optimal, because I don't want this stupid Execute putting my Tauros to sleep. Not like sleep is the worst condition ever, but you know what though, he needs to, he's a ways away from, whatever it's even called, getting Leech Seed, and I have a potion and a super potion, so yeah, I should be good to go. I think I still have a defender, don't I? Alright, I do 30, so that's good, because that means it'll be a two-hit KO, barring a potion or a defender or something like that, which he probably has at this point. If not, I'd be kind of surprised. Or me staying asleep, I forgot that was a thing, too. Please wake up. No, of course not. That's why I didn't want to switch in. But maybe I'll draw a full heal or something, that might be a big deal. But it doesn't matter too much. Kadabra, go ahead and evolve him. I don't have any psychics on him yet, obviously, but hopefully that'll happen soon. I forgot I'm asleep. Alright, so this is taking forever to do. I mean, I don't care, like, that much, per se, but it's just annoying that it's, like, taking this long for me. I mean, personally, you know, just me strategizing and stuff, it's not like it's actually... You know, if I wasn't, like, thoroughly thinking out each and every little thing, hey, I woke up, and going through all the sleep checks and all this other stuff, probably would have taken a lot faster, but, you know, I just like being overly cautious. I've made stupid decisions before, so, you know. Also, I think Rampage, what does that do? Okay, so it is on me, alright. But I also potentially might get confused, which could be a bit of a problem. But it can do a lot of damage, potentially. Tails doesn't matter at this point. Either way, the Execute is gone. At least it's only 4 prize cards, too. This is... Otherwise, if it was 6, this would take a good 30 minutes or so. I'm kind of tempted to divide this up into 2 parts, but it's just not like... You know, it's not like super huge of a deal to me. So... I'm tempted to kind of, to go with, whatever the heck it's called. What's that move called? Rampage. But it would only do 10 more than, Stomp might do, because I didn't take that into account. Well, I'll just go ahead and use Stomp and see how much I get. I'll only do 20. So, I might want to use Rampage next turn. We'll see how it goes. Well, actually, another Jigglypuff could come in and just take me out, though. That would not be good. And let's use Bill here. So, Water Energy, which I currently... only 2 Water Energies in the entire deck, and I don't need either of them right now. Alright, so let's check on the Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff can do a max of... 60 or 70, I'm not sure which. So 60. Paris can do 20. He has no energy, but he only needs to be colorless. Something with that Paris. That wakes up doesn't have enough energy anyways to do the wave. Unless he gets a double colorless. So this is all reliant on double colorless. And I'm actually just going to... I'm just going to go ahead and rampage, I guess. Yeah, might as well. I mean, if Taro gets knocked out, Taros gets knocked out, Taros gets knocked out. And I think I might have gotten confused. I don't remember if Tails or Heads is the right one. Yep, okay, so obviously I did. Not a huge deal. I can actually probably just retreat him. Not like that would be the most intelligent of moves, but it might not actually be a bad move, because, yeah, now that I'm asleep, I'd rather not deal with that. I have plenty of energy to attach to Taros now that I got those water energies. I do wake up, but like I said, I don't want to deal with confusion, so... Okay, this is actually going to work out very, very favorably to me. So I'm going to... What is Taros' retreat cost? Probably 2 or 3. 2. So that's not too bad. So what I will do is attach a water energy to Taros. Retreat him. Go into Kadabra. Hold on. And I already attached my energy. That's not cool. I should have just... Dang it. Stupid me. Well, okay, I don't have to do all this in one turn though, per se. So I will go ahead and I will retreat my Taros. Go into Kadabra. What was I going to do? Oh yeah. Save that for next turn. I can use Recover if need be. But yeah, I'm just gonna save because he can put me to sleep. Oh shoot though. Maybe I should have just waited. Oh well. Yeah. After all the thinking I've done so far... Oh, I wake up though, so never mind. It's completely irrelevant. My stupidity didn't backfire on me too much. That seems to be the case. I seem to get a lot of lucky breaks with how my stupidity affects things. But, Kadabra needs... I thought all of the psychic Pokemon in my deck required all psychic energies and couldn't do anything else. That's not what I wanted to look at. I could go into Paris. Are these two different kinds of Paris? No. I don't know what I was thinking. Or Execute, for that matter. Yeah, I just realized, I have not seen a single psychic Pokemon, have I? I don't think so, at least. I'll just go into Paris for safe measures, so... Gust of Wind. Paris. It really doesn't matter, because none of them are resistant or anything like that, so... Super Psy, and I won. Fantastic. So that was a little bit of a longer part. Obviously, like I explained, that kind of had to do with all the strategy that I tried to throw in there, but ultimately, I almost kind of failed everything, but, you know. And the end result is all that matters, I suppose. Check the cards in the booster pack. Another Vaporeon, Rapidash, Graveler. Hey, I finally got a Graveler, because I don't think I have any. Maybe, I don't know. Another Haunter, a Gust of Wind, Ghastly Bellsprout, Eevee, Energy Surge, and the Psychic Energy. Hey, I finally got another Gengar. That's going to be really important, possibly, for the next fight. We'll see. Haunter, Sandslash, Wartortle, Jigglypuff, and Weedle, Ghastly, Sandshrew, Psychic Energy. Okay. Next time we play, I'm going to win. Yeah, we'll see about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look in the lobby area over here. I assume the next psychic person is somewhere over here. If not, I will be fighting the Master right next, I guess, so we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, though, if you guys like this video, I'd really appreciate you leaving me a like, and potentially subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so, and you want to get notified of future videos and stuff like that. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks again for watching.